Hello everyone, welcome to my Wednesday night live. I'm glad you're here. I'm just going to give it a few minutes for people to come in, and if you are here, my streaming software doesn't show me the count of people, so the only way I know that you're here is if you say hello in the comments. I'm a one-man show, so I do have my YouTube live stream going, but I can't really toggle back and forth while I'm on the live stream. Maybe I can, but I'm just so nervous about losing the live stream, so I just leave it be. So if you're here, say hello. We're going to make this card tonight. So let me go to the desktop camera. So this is a card I made recently, and I just really fell in love with it. It's a sweet little pumpkin patch stamp from GinaKDesigns, and I believe it's called Harvest of Love. And I'm going to show you how to do this really cool technique that looks like wood, like a wood grain. We're going to do some die cutting. We'll die cut the frame out, and then we'll do some stamping. And then I'm going to use her inks as with watercolor. I'm going to add water to them and just use a brush and brush them on instead of stamping. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that. So I'm going to set this over here for my inspiration. And the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and die cut that frame. And I'm going to use Gina K's Master Layouts 18. So I just recently got this. I treated myself because I wanted to make a frame card, and it was just really difficult for me to do it from scratch or by myself. So I just went ahead and got the Master Layouts 18, and we're going to use this large die here, and these are for A2 size cards. So I'm using this stitched die, and it's really pretty. It has like double stitching on the inside and on the outer side of the frame. And when you die cut the panel, or the panel, you'll get two pieces. You're going to get the frame, and then you're going to get the inside of the card. So let me bring my card back in and show you. So that one die will cut this piece, and it'll cut this center piece that we're going to stamp on. And if you look closely, both have, let me see if I can get my lighting, both have the stitching around them. So let me put my glasses on, because that will help me tremendously. And let's bring in the die cutting machine. It was getting nice and cool here in central Ohio, and the grass is going dormant, the leaves are starting to fall, and then summer came back full force, and it's humid again. So here we are. I got my fan going, so you'll see my hair blowing all over, and my hair's up in a ponytail. And it's pretty hot in my craft room, which is up on the second floor of my house. So, all right, so I'm just laying my cardstock here, and this is, I always use like a layering weight cardstock, about, I want to say 65-pound weight for all of my die cutting and my panels and things like that. And then my card bases, I go a little heavier, like 110 pound or higher. So we're just gonna run this through and make that frame. And so the frame is in here. Sometimes if you just give it a smack here or drop it, it comes right out. So there are your two pieces. You have your frame, and I apologize, I'm still getting used to this lighting in my room, and the center piece. So we're going to use that. We're going to set this aside. We will bring that back in to die cut our greeting. And I went ahead of time and ran this die through 2 more times, because I wanted 2 more frames, because I want to build up dimension on that. So we'll go ahead and we're going to glue those together right now. And this is a good way to use up scrap paper if you have it, to build up dimension, or you could just pop it up with some foam tape. But I'm just going to turn it over and put some liquid glue, and all of the descriptions of everything that I'm using, or all of the listing of everything that I'm using, is in the description below. Just click that more tab, or the word more, and it'll show you everything that I'm using, all the dimensions and everything. Okay, so that's just really easy to do. Just making sure that I got the right side down. Okay. And go ahead and just go all the way around and make sure everything's even. And that looks good. Okay. Now we're going to do our faux wood technique. This is really easy, and you can even do this across a panel. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. You can do it across a whole panel, and the whole background will become like wood grain. So I'm going to use, you can use any color. That's what's really cool about this. You can use browns and blues to give it like that beachy, weathered look. I'm going with these three colors. I know it seems kind of a crazy combination, but this is soft stone, and this is light spruce, and this one is tangerine twist. And I'm going to go in that order. I'm going to do the soft stone first, and you'll see how this comes together. And it'll, when it's done, it'll actually look like there's a little blue in it, even though I'm not using any blue ink. So you're just going to go all the way across. And if you want it a little darker, just turn it over and do it again. And I'm not pressing too hard. I'm going pretty light. You can always add the ink, but it, you know, pretty impossible to take it away. Okay. And you know, I could stop right there. That looks really cool. It's kind of like a blue gray, you know, even though I've used green and gray. But I'm going to add some tangerine twist. And I'm going to go very light with this, and it's just going to make it, I think it's just going to make it pop a little bit more. Give it like more of a rust look, and that's what we have. So just you know, play around with your different colors, try different things. You know, some colors, when they blend together, they'll become something else, and it's kind of unexpected and really kind of nice. So all right, so we're going to set that aside. I don't need that anymore. We're going to bring in our mini Misty. Now, the next thing we're going to do is do some stamping. And I am using, yes, this is the Harvest of Love stamp set. And this is an incentive stamp set when you go on Gina K's website. And I am not an affiliate. I don't get any kickback for this, but I just want to share with you. If you order $75 or more, off her website, GinaKDesigns, you get the option of 3 different incentive sets, and you can select. And if you put a second order of 75, you can select one of the other incentives, and it's kind of cool. But I did place an order this month in September. We're September of 2025, and this was the incentive, one of the incentive options, and I really wanted it because, you know, we have fall coming up and Thanksgiving, and I knew I could get a lot of use out of this. So that's a really good thing that she does, and that's it. And I think after the incentive month, you can get it, you can just order it off the website by itself. So we're going to stamp that. All right, let me get this, insert the other piece of that die cut that came out, and I'm going to get a Post-it note because I want to go ahead and stamp this. I want to stamp this pumpkin patch kind of off, going off the left edge, but I really don't want to stamp ink on my mat. I mean, I could, but then, you know, then I got to clean it, and why make unnecessary work for myself? That's not very smart. And then we're just going to take the pumpkin out, pumpkin patch, and I'm just going to position it kind of like I'm looking at my my sample card, because I want to put my greeting up here too. I think we'll go like that. I'm changing my mind. I'm going to bring it in a little bit because I want some of these leaves on here. Okay. And I did get the coordinating dies because we're going to use the die to cut out the greeting. So for the stamp, I am stamping this in a very light colored ink. And what I'm using is Gina K's amalgam ink, and this is called Skeleton Leaves. And hi, Shanty, hello, welcome. Yeah, I don't like to create extra work for myself. So anyway, I'm going to stamp the leaves, or the pumpkins, I'm sorry, in skeleton leaves, and I'm using the amalgam ink because it dries fast, number one, and it's water resistant, so you can use watercolor, which I'm going to do tonight, or alcohol markers or markers, but for right now, I just want to see the image so I know where to color, because then once we're done, we're going to stamp it again in black ink to make it really stand out. I'm going to do it one more time. You probably can't even see this on camera. I might have to zoom in. My lighting is horrible in my room. Let me zoom in a little bit. All right, you'll see it once I start coloring it. But I'm going to clean the stamp off and I'm going to leave it where it is. I'm going to leave everything where it is. Excuse me, I'm going to watercolor right here because when we're done, I'm going to re-stamp it. So all I'm going to do is bring in a block, an acrylic block, and we're going to start with powder blue. I'm sorry, sky blue. Blue sky. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. Gina K's Premium Dye Ink Blue Sky. And I'm just going to put a little bit onto the acrylic block. You can always add more. And then I'm going to add a little bit of water. And this is a great way to use your inks for watercoloring. I'm going to add some water to my brush. I'm just using a number 2 round brush here. And then you can go as dark or light with the color as you want. More water means a lighter color, and less water means more saturated. So I always like to start a little lighter and then see where I am. So I'm going to do this blue, this pumpkin in the front with this blue. And it kind of looks gray right now, but and I'm not really being too perfect with my coloring. I'm not the best colorist, I will admit, but just get the color down best you can. I think I'm going to have to put more ink down. This is going to come in more blue, I believe. Yep, that's okay. And just go all the way around. I like to go around it once, and it kind of looks like a hot mess at first, but then you can go back up like by the base, by the stem, and make it a little darker. And it really looks good once we're going to re-stamp it. It'll look really good. All right, I think I'm going to stop right there. Maybe put a little bit more here. Just like that. Okay, I need a paper towel. And then we'll go in with the next color. And I think for the next one, I just did, I did prickly pear. And I did one pumpkin pretty dark, and then the other one I went very light. So let me clean off my brush here off camera. Hope you're all doing good. Hello. Hey, Geraldine. How's everybody doing? Thanks for joining. I'm making a mess, but that's okay. You know, sometimes this is not the color I wanted, but that's okay. I'm going to just keep going with it. Sometimes you just keep going, and I don't know if you're like me. Sometimes I'm not real thrilled, but then at the end, it did come out way better than I thought. So I'm going to just clean off a lot of this ink. I don't need all that ink. Way too much, because I want my last pumpkin to be very, very light. Very light. So I'm adding a lot of water, almost like just a wash. Mostly water. This would be probably better with like honey mustard maybe, a different color, but that's okay. We're going to go with these two colors. Well, yeah, we'll just go with these two colors. Then I'm going to bring in my favorite colors of Gina K's inks are the spruces. I love the spruces. I have the light, medium, and dark, but we're using medium here. And I'm not going to use a whole lot. Okay, because this is a real pretty, like a blue-green. I just threw away my paper towel. And I don't know. I really like it. I really like that color. I'm trying to get this prickly pear off of my paintbrush. Okay. And then we're going to go in and just do some of these leaves. I'm going to try to be real light-handed here. Oh, it's so hot. I'm in Central Ohio. It is so hot here today. I'm trying to stay cool. It's so good to see you all. We have an Instagram and YouTube hop coming up, a gratitude hop on the 30th of September, and it's the first time I've participated in a hop, or will be, so I'm finishing up my video, my description, and getting that all ready. So that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. I feel like my practice card came out way better than what this one's going to look like, but I'm still going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. It's a little bit different, but it's okay. I'm going to try to clean up some of these leaves. Oh my gosh. I think going live tonight was a little ambitious because it's been a busy work week, my day job. But I got through it. And I'm off Friday, so that's good. Okay. Now we're going back to the stamp. So I'm just going to turn this back over, and we're going to restamp in black onyx. Why bland veggies? Okay, I gotta read these comments. Bland veggies. Yeah, these vegetables need a little bit of seasoning. They need some paprika or something. Here is the, I showed it at the beginning of the video, but there's the sample card. Now that is looking a lot different than where I am right now. But I am curious to see what this is gonna look like. I think with this card, I know I used the sky blue. I think that's what that's, yeah, blue sky. I keep getting that wrong. And I'm pretty sure I did tangerine. No, I think I did. I think I did tangerine twist, really saturated. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. This could be a big fail. I've had fails. I've had fails live. I had my live just stop working. See, black ink covers a multitude of accidents. Big difference when you re-add the black ink. Whoops, let me just take this off because we're done inking it. That doesn't look too bad. It came out a lot better than I thought it was going to. All right, so, and we'll just remove the Post-it and voila, clean Misty. All right, so let's bring back in the frame that we did the faux technique on earlier. And again, that was just using soft stone, light spruce, and tangerine twist. And then, goodness, this card is just coming along. So this is my card base, and it's a 110-pound side folding card. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp. This is so funny. Like my, thank you. I love the colors. They did come out pretty good. I'm going to stamp this. This was my very original logo like 2 years ago. I don't even use it anymore, but I just it still means something to me. So I stamp all my cards that I make, that I give away, that I sell here locally. I still use the stamp, so I'm not going to give it up yet. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I cut this out earlier. This I cut out using Master Layouts 2, and I used the large die for the matte layer, and I already cut that out. And we're going to go ahead and glue that down. And then I think when I'm done with that, we do have to stamp a greeting. So let me glue this down. I'm going to try not to get my head in the way. I'm notorious for that. I'm really trying, but my craft room is really small. Let me zoom out so you can see where I am. My craft room is small, and I only have so much room for me. And this is where it's challenging, trying to get things even when I can't look straight down on it. But before I commit, that's acceptable. I can live with that. All right, let's just let that set, and then let's go ahead and stamp the greeting. I need to get my Misty back. And we're still working with the Harvest of Love stamp set. Okay, I'm gonna pull this off. I don't even know where. Here it is, right in front of me. Let's put this away. And I don't know if you all know, but a really easy way I have found to put stamps back on these sheets is just lay the stamp flat side up. Do you guys know this trick? I saw somebody do this on YouTube, and I thought that was brilliant. And then it gets in the exact same spot each time. I don't know. I wish I could come up with these cool tricks. So I'm just putting a piece of scrap cardstock here, and I think I'm going to use, I just love this little stamp set. I think I'm going to use Thankful for You, because I know I can send that or use that for lots of occasions. I'm not going to do anything fancy or wild here on the live stream. I'm just going to stamp it. I'm not going to heat emboss it. Not tonight. Although I do love heat embossing. But this card is coming along. Almost done. It's not going to take too much longer. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and get the coordinating die. And let's see. I believe it's this one. I've only used this stamp set once, or the dies once. This is probably not it. Or is it? It's not it. It's definitely not it. Bear with me while I struggle through this. Ah, there it is. I got lucky. Okay, so I'm going to pull this down a little bit. I'll keep it in shot, but I hope my head's not in the way. And I'm just gonna line her up and tape it down, just using some mint tape. I love this stuff. And then let's bring the big shot back in. And I don't know if any of my brothers are on right now, but we're Italian, and my brothers crack me up because they call this my pasta maker, because it has the little crank here. So when they're not, of course they don't make cards, but when they first saw me with this, that was the first thing out of their mouths. You have a pasta maker. All right, let's cut this out. And I'm gonna pull in another piece of scrap. Oop, let's get this off of here. Come on. My goodness, I botched that up. Okay. We'll put that there. And I'm gonna cut this out one more time. Get rid of that. Just one more time with another piece of scrap, because I want to layer this up a little bit. I love using my scraps as extra layers just to use them up. I have so many scraps. Okay. And now we're short. We are definitely done with that. So let's bring in the pieces and parts. And now we put it all together. I'm so thankful for you all. It's just been so cool. Everybody is so supportive in this group, this YouTube and Instagram group. I love it. Love you guys. All right, let's go ahead and put this matte layer down, and we'll just center that right on the card base. That looks pretty good. I think I can zoom back in. And then we're just gonna kind of sink it in. So I'm just gonna glue it down and kind of pop it in. And then I'm just gonna use the back of this tool here to really sink it down into the corner. I'm doing surgery on my card here. Okay, and it's coming along. And I think what I'm going to do with my sample card, I did use these from Gina K, these pearl mix black, gold, and silver. And I have some here in this little bird dish that I use. And let's see, I'm going to probably put that greeting on first, and then we'll do a few little embellishments, and that'll be it. That will be it. Let's put that right about here. I think I'm lining it up with that stitched edge on that inner panel, and I'm going to just put this my little trusty stone owl paperweight, get that doing its thing, and then we're just going to find a few little small-ish pearls. I don't usually use these very often, just because I find it a little challenging to put them on. But I'm just trying to really do things out of my comfort zone. I'm just going to do 3 of those. So, do you guys use embellishments a lot on your cards? You guys probably I have seen your cards, and you guys make a lot fancier cards than what I'm doing. This little bird dish is so cute. I don't even know where I got it, to tell you the truth. Sometimes when I'm out, I might see little like dishes or like jewelry dishes, or wow, there's a lot of glue on that. You know, that are just so cute, and I'm like, oh, I can use that in my craft room. I'm always doing that. I can use that in my craft room. And so they just come about like that. I just find them wherever, but they're not necessarily intended for crafting. Oh, I can't. I have a shadow, and so I can't see the glue. Way too much glue on this, but it'll still work. It'll still work. Let me see if there's if I don't have the bling bling, I get upset. I need to start using it more, because Lord knows I have a bunch of it behind me. I have a ton of it. Let me see. Microwave, dishwasher safe. So I don't know where I got it, but I do know I can put this in the microwave if I want it. So yeah, it's not like Kathy Z's boop dish. I love her boop dish, but this one is very small, but it works for me. I guess if I use embellishments a little more often, maybe I'll get a boop dish. So thanks. So that is it. It was a quick live finished card. I hope you guys like it. I think it came out great. I wasn't too sure about these colors, but like I said, after you stamp it in black ink, it all looks good. So that is it, everyone. I want to thank you for joining me and watching me make this autumn card. I will put a playlist on the end of this video here soon with some other videos if you'd like to catch that. So Until next time, have a great evening, and I hope to see you all again.